Dear Aquarians, well, this is your weekly for the 10th through the 17th. I know I'm late here. It's actually the 11th that I'm getting these done. It's actually a beautiful morning here in Toronto, even though it's raining a little bit now. It was really beautiful earlier. Now, of course, we're getting a bit of intermittent rain, which I think is going to go away. These are the Rider-Waite, and we are going to take a look at where things go through this next week for Aquarians. The change in fate in here quite quickly. Quite interesting. The change in fate. So the first thing in here is this Wheel of Fortune card, which goes, as I said, is change in fate, change in fate and direction, something happening quite unexpectedly. Could also include monetary or financial. Got an element in here again about legal. You're not the first sign to have this. I think Sagittarius did too. This can mean dealing with somebody where there's news, and at first you're worried because what follows this King of Swords, which is a man of letters, a man of intellect, a man who stands in judicial standing. The next thing you have in your reading is this Strength, which is confliction, standing up for oneself, etc. But then you have harmony, moderation. I would say no matter what concurs or what takes place in here with this energy, just again, everybody's got to stay in this moderate station. Uranus, of course, is in the constellation of Taurus. You know, you've got Pluto at 0 degrees, Aquarius. All these things are happening on a world level. There's conflict, there's arguing, there's fighting. This is not going to stop. I mean, this is the revolution, rebellion I spoke about last year, spoke about it the year before that it was coming, and it is really hitting home. And this is just the beginning, folks. There is no such thing as this is it, we'll resolve it. It's not going to be resolved until it's actually battled out, and we come to some form of compromise and understanding, and that's the big goal. Then you've got the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant's a tough call when you've got all of these major arcana in here. You have 4. I would say this is a very karmic week for you. I think it's a karmic week for every one of us because of the fact that we have that Jupiter, Saturn, and you have your full moon. So your full moon in Aquarius brings something to close. You're feeling as though, okay, this is closing over, this is done. The other thing in here, again, is this making off. 5s, to me, never really answer anything because they're halfway between. They're half of this, half of another, a quarter of this, a quarter of another. You're never there. And this 5 means you're kind of feeling as though somebody's giving up or they're walking away and you're making off with. It doesn't resolve anything. And I would say in here with this Hierophant in here, it's getting the proper, the proper advice. What do I do from here? Where do I go from here? And I don't just mean going for a reading. I mean, do you need to see a lawyer? Do you need to see a doctor about something? Do you need to see a psychologist? Do you need to see a financial advisor? I would look at it through the next week, guys and girls, and I would say, you know what? I need to deal with this. This can't go on anymore. Now, you don't have to act on it right now because Mercury is retrograde, and it's going to be retrograde in your house of interaction after Thursday. It moves back to Leo. But what I would do is I would put it on your short list that come September, you're dealing with everything. You're getting everything dealt with, you're resolving, you're organizing your life, and preparing for longer term goals. Anyway, you heard it here first. I wish you guys all the best. These are short and sweet, and I will be available if anybody's interested. All that information's on my channel and on my page. And other than that, I guess you guys have to just enjoy the day. I know in Canada here it's raining right now in Toronto, but I'm sure it'll get better out. Wish you all the best.